The drilling started around 3 a.m. I jolted awake, disoriented in the thick darkness of my room. The air was heavy, humid, and unfamiliar. I tried to orient myself, recognizing the vague outline of my nightstand and the stack of books atop it. The mechanical whirring continued below me. I kicked off the damp sheets and stumbled out of bed, immediately stubbing my toe on an unpacked box. Of course, I hadn't set up a lamp yet. Navigating around the maze of boxes, I tiptoed to the door and made my way downstairs. The living room was ablaze with light. Every lamp and the overhead fan were on, and the TV displayed a muted rerun of Family Feud. My dad was crouched by the front door, drill in hand, installing what looked like a heavy-duty padlock beneath the knob. His toolbox lay open beside him, tools scattered around. "Dad?" I whispered. He jumped, dropping the drill with a clatter. His face twisted in surprise before he exhaled sharply, clutching his chest. "Jesus, you scared me," he said with a nervous chuckle. "What are you doing up?" "I could ask you the same," I replied. "You're the one using power tools at 3 a.m. "Is it that late?" He glanced at his watch. "I must have lost track of time. Sorry, I'll keep it down." "What are you doing?" I asked, arms crossed over my oversized sleep shirt. "Just securing the door. This house hasn't had updates since the 70s. Anyone could break in." I raised an eyebrow. "In a cul-de-sac?" He muttered something, running a shaky hand through his thinning hair. I noticed 2 empty beer bottles on the coffee table and a third half full next to the toolbox. "I'm sorry I woke you," he said. "You should get back to bed. Only if you promise no more drilling." Okay, he said, avoiding eye contact. As I turned to head back upstairs, my mom's bedroom door creaked open. She peeked out, her hair a mess of curls. "Again?" she asked, her voice strained. I nodded, and we shared a look of concern. Ever since we moved into this house a week ago, Dad had been acting strangely. Awake all hours, pacing, muttering to himself. He was a writer, but this behavior was new. The next day, while Dad slept, Mom and I discussed his condition. "He needs medication," she said firmly. "It's not normal to be up all night like that." Both my parents were English professors at the local college, and part of our move was for their new positions. Mom had summer courses, Dad had the season off. I chalked his behavior up to anxiety over the move. After Mom left for class, I examined the living room. The front door now had a heavy deadbolt, a chain, and the new padlock. I tried the knob. It wouldn't budge. I searched for a key above the door frame but found nothing. "Jesus, Dad," I whispered. Fueled by concern, I crept upstairs and into my parents' room. Dad was snoring soundly. I unplugged his MacBook and took it downstairs. Typing in my middle name and birthday as the password, I began searching for clues. The desktop was cluttered with old files, but nothing recent. Then I checked his browser history. One article caught my eye. "Family of 4 found butchered inside home." The details were chilling. No signs of forced entry, no suspects. I clicked back and found more articles. A mother and daughter disemboweled, a man torn in half, 3 brothers hacked to bits, a couple mutilated in their bed. All victims were new residents, killed within days of moving in. I sat frozen. the laptop screen casting a pale glow in the dark room. "It'll be back tonight." I jumped at Dad's voice. He stood at the bottom of the stairs, eyes bloodshot. He moved into the kitchen, grabbed a beer, and took a long swig. "I'm sorry," he said. "I didn't want to involve you." "What do you mean?" "I don't know what it is," he admitted, "but I think I've figured out how it works." "How what works?" "Since we got here, I've been hearing voices. Sometimes I see things. I don't know what it is, but it's real." "Are you drinking when you hear these voices?" He laughed bitterly. "You'll see for yourself, soon." That night, around midnight, Dad and I sat in the living room, coffee mugs in hand. Mom had gone to bed early, frustrated by our silence. I must have dozed off because I woke to Dad shaking me. "Hey," he whispered, "wake up, it's here." He held a shotgun in both hands. "What the hell, Dad? Put that down." He crouched by the door, ear pressed against it. "It's here," he whispered again. I strained to hear, but only caught the ticking of the clock. Then a voice hissed, "Daddy, come outside." I froze. It sounded like a child, but off, like someone mimicking a voice. "Daddy, I'm so cold. Please come outside." It was my voice, my 6-year-old voice, lisp and all. "Dad," I whispered, joining him on the floor. "Who is that?" "It's you," he said sadly. "Daddy, why won't you come outside?" Then my mother's voice. "Nathaniel, come outside right now." "It knows you're here," Dad whispered. The voice changed, morphing into a deep growl. Something pounded on the door. "Come outside, Nathaniel." I scrambled back, tears in my eyes. Dad stood, pumping the shotgun. The door shook violently. Then it stopped. Dad lowered the gun and stepped closer to the door, peering through the peephole. He began unlocking the locks. "What are you doing?" I cried. "Don't worry," he said. "Everything will be okay." He opened the door. The porch light illuminated the empty night, but something moved in the darkness, pinpricks of light pacing back and forth. It began to scream. I covered my ears, waiting for the worst, but then the door slammed shut. "It can't come inside," Dad said, crouching next to me. "I know that now." "We have to call the police," I sobbed. "We have to leave." "We can't." "Why?" "That's what it wants. Everyone who's lived here before us is dead. But as long as we stay, I think we're safe." That was a few months ago. We told Mom and she didn't believe us until she experienced it herself. Now we take shifts, keeping watch each night. Sometimes I hear my own voice. Sometimes it's Mom or Dad. Sometimes it's something else. It's quiet now. No crickets, no wind. Even the TV seems muted, and that's how I know it's coming. It'll be back tonight.